race truck outside.
Yes.
Anyways, here we are today. We're going to talk about the PPE air water intercooler for your 2011 to 2023 Ford Powerstroke, Ford 6.7 Powerstroke. There's a lot that can go in. We got some specs on the website. You know, everybody's making videos about this and talking about it a little bit. They're like 1.5 minute long videos, and they're just literally reading the description off their website. I could do that for you, but instead, I'm going to share some actual data that we have with this, okay? So yes, it's 50% bigger than your factory intercooler. It's 63% less restrictive. The biggest difference here is a bar and plate design. It's not a core design. So being a bar and plate design, that's where you get your efficiency. So those of you that follow us a lot, you know we have a truck called Blue Jeans. It's a compounded 6.7, and we tow all over the country with it. We've towed his truck on it, with my truck.
Oh yeah.
We've towed 2 long bed crew cabs on it. We maxed that thing out all the damn time. The number one issue we have with our truck is that we're always fighting charge air cooler temps. EGTs are no longer a problem. Well, charge air cooler temps are incredibly important for your pickup truck, for your diesel truck. And here's why. In the tuning in your truck, there's a charge air cooler temp limiter, okay? Once you reach a certain temperature, it limits the fuel. The reason being is it wants to protect the truck. The cooler the charge air temperature is going into the engine, the more efficient your truck's gonna be. Better fuel mileage, better horsepower, increased atomization of the fuel. And you've heard me talk about that before in other videos. Anytime we can increase atomization of the fuel, it's a win. We get power and mileage, like those two things that we're always shooting. So when PPE reached out to us about that they were coming out with this, of course I was all about it because I've got problems with charge air cooler temp situations in Blue Jeans. And we've had a couple customers buy some compound kits from us, including the MPD compound kit, Pusher compound kit, a couple other, I think a No Limit kit. They're all wonderful kits, but nobody had a solution to the charge air cooler issue that the 6.7 Powerstroke has. From the factory, if you can imagine that the factory, when it's 50% smaller than this, that's how small the charge air cooler is. Does it work good in factory? Sure. Could there be better? Guaranteed that. This is the solution right here. So we reached out to a couple of our customers. I wasn't in the position to install it right away in my truck. Damn air compressor. Literally never fails.
Every time.
Every time. I wasn't in a position to put it in my truck right away. I reached out to a few of our customers that I know that run compound kits on their 6.7 Powerstroke, and I asked them if they wanted to test this for us. Well, we only got 2. So when we were at SEMA, PPE released this, okay? They only had 2 of them there. I'm good buddies with the guys at PPE, and they allowed me the opportunity to get both of them. So I took them, okay? Then I reached out to 2 of our biggest customers who have 2 compounded, each have a compounded 6.7, told them about it, sent them out to them, and I said, I need data, so that way I can make this video and talk to you guys about it. So obviously as we go forward, I'm gonna make more videos about this as we get it installed into Blue Jeans, and as we get the data, I'm gonna show you guys that, okay? So right now, when we're towing my 40-foot, 44-foot gooseneck with 2 trucks on it, I can do 85 miles an hour without a problem. As long as I keep those charge air cooler temps under, I struggle with it. It's just the truth. The compound system is absolutely stellar. EGTs are not a problem. It pulls like a freight train.
It does, yes.
Needless to say, but the problem is you go from driving via EGTs to driving via charge air cooler temps. I bet most of you 6.7 overs don't even look at your charge air cooler temp. You should be, even in stock form. Because when you reach a certain threshold of the charge air cooler temp, your truck's efficiency drops dramatically. So this is going to work dramatically. It's going to improve charge air cooler temps in a stock form and a compound turbo setup. Anyways, we drive by charge air cooler temps, so we're going to continue to put this through the test as we go. But I was super stoked to hear from 2 of our biggest customers that they saw generally about a 75-degree drop, 50 to 75-degree drop in all operations. Okay, so where they were pulling their 40-foot gooseneck, their camper, and they were seeing 150 to 160 down in lower elevations, now they're seeing 100 to 110-degree temperatures. That's huge gains when it comes to horsepower, performance, efficiency, atomization of your fuel. And then up at higher elevations where they're usually running at the 220-ish range, they're now down to 140. That's dramatic, okay, because I struggle, where we live at 5,000 elevation almost, okay, as much as I love my truck, we do have little things, and we've worked a lot of the kinks out of it, trust me. We have blown more boots than I can count. I have blown up every intercooler on the market with that stuff. I intake depths blow boots, high intake depths pop intercoolers, especially the core design. Bar and plate design is actually designed to be incredibly more efficient. Bar and plate design actually is on your older truck. Now this one is a 6.7, duh. But like your 6.0s, that's a bar and plate design. Your 6.4s where the intercooler's out front, that's a bar and plate design. Now, getting that into the form of a 6.7 Powerstroke is the key. There is one other one, another company is coming out with one. Sure, it's going to be wonderful as well. The bar and plate design is what we're shooting for here, okay? So this is designed to bolt right up to your 2011 to 2023 6.7 Powerstroke. Comes with some charge air cooler pipes to get rid of the junk plastic one on the factory side, okay? Or if you are running a piping kit or a compound kit, you're gonna have to do a little bit of like custom installation here. You got some boot options, you can figure it out. It's not rocket science, okay? Because from the factory, your intercooler is actually a straight outlet right here. This one should work just fine. This is the inlet, this is the outlet to the intake. From the factory, this is actually a straight design. PPE redesigned it with their charge air cooler system here to be a 45-degree angle out. When do you need this? Honestly, you need it in a stock truck. Like, I don't know how else to tell you that. Like, if we're seeing that improvement with a compounded turbo setup, imagine what you're going to see with your stock truck. I want you guys that own 6.7 Powerstrokes to go out and drive your truck today, or whenever, and I want you to get your edge up, or whatever you're using for monitoring, and I want you to turn on that charge air cooler temp sensor. I want you to watch it. I bet that the majority of you go out and pull that sensor and it's melted and bent because you never watch it and you don't know what you're doing. And you don't know how inefficient the OEM design is for a 6.7 Powerstroke. It's horrible. It doesn't flow worth a dang. I was going to say another word, but I'm not going to because I'm on TV, okay? Anyways, I challenge you to do that, and I challenge you to watch that temperature. Realistically, the goal is to be as close to ambient air temperature as possible. Obviously, when you're compressing air, that's literally impossible because when you compress air, it heats. That's what your diesel truck does every time it makes an explosion inside the cylinders. So ultimately, I want you to watch it, and then when you realize that there are major gains for improvement, give us a call. We're going to get one of these headed your way. Little insight. The first ones have the only 2 that were produced in November. And then we got the first 6 shipped because I know this is going to be a huge win for us 6.7 Powerstroke guys. So I highly advise you look at this kit, give us a call. We'd be glad to set you up.
It's going to solve a lot of issues.
Yes. We're going to do a little panel. We're going to show you guys internal on it. We really appreciate all your guys' support. Give us a call, 1-800-577-2698. Make sure you like, subscribe, check out all the social medias. We got them all, I'm sure. Thanks so much. Have a blessed day.